Hey everyone, before we dive into this wild story, please hit that subscribe button to join our channel for more juicy corporate tales. Block 1. I worked tirelessly for months to secure a major client for our firm. The client, a high-profile tech company, was a game changer. Late nights, endless presentations, and countless meetings went into building their trust. I tailored every pitch to their needs, showcasing our expertise in their industry. My senior manager, Karen, barely acknowledged my efforts at first. She'd breeze into meetings, offer a vague smile, and leave me to do the heavy lifting. I didn't mind. I was proud of my work. The client loved my approach, and we were close to sealing the deal. Then came the annual company gala, a glittering event where deals are often finalized. I invited the client, hoping to cement our relationship in a relaxed setting. Karen insisted on joining, claiming she wanted to support me. I didn't think much of it at the time. Little did I know, she had her own agenda. That night would change everything. The gala was held at a luxurious downtown hotel, all chandeliers and champagne. I wore my best suit, feeling confident as I mingled with the client. They were impressed by our firm's reputation and my detailed pitch. We laughed over drinks, and I could sense the deal was nearly mine. Karen arrived late, her presence commanding attention as always. She swooped in, charming the client with her polished small talk. I didn't mind at first. She was my boss after all. But then she started taking over the conversation. She spoke over me, presenting my ideas as her own. The client seemed captivated by her confidence. I felt a knot in my stomach but kept smiling. By the end of the night, the client was calling her by her first name. I was sidelined, my months of work fading into her shadow. I went home furious but determined to reclaim my deal. The next morning, I checked my email and saw a bombshell. The client had sent a message praising Karen's brilliant insights from the gala. They wanted her to lead the project moving forward. My name wasn't even mentioned. I felt betrayed, my hard work stolen in one evening. I confronted Karen in her office, keeping my tone professional. She dismissed me with a wave, saying, "It's just business, darling." I was livid but powerless. She was my senior manager. I spent the day replaying the gala, wondering where I went wrong. Then I remembered my secretary, Emma, who'd been with me through every step. She knew the client's file inside out. An idea sparked. Maybe I didn't need to fight Karen directly. Maybe I could outsmart her. I called Emma into my office and shared my plan. She grinned, ready to play her part. Emma was more than a secretary. She was a strategic genius in her own right. She'd organized every document, tracked every email, and knew the client's preferences better than I did. I told her about Karen's move and my plan to let her handle the contract signing. Emma didn't hesitate. She was all in. We spent hours reviewing the contract, ensuring every detail was perfect. The client had requested a few last-minute changes, which Emma had already anticipated. I decided to step back and let her take the lead. Karen, assuming she'd won, didn't even notice Emma's involvement. She was too busy basking in her stolen glory. I sent Emma to the signing meeting with full authority. The client was surprised but impressed by her knowledge. Emma's confidence shone through, and the deal was signed. Karen was nowhere in sight. When Karen found out, her face was a mix of shock and fury. She stormed into my office, demanding an explanation. I calmly explained that Emma had earned the right to close the deal. After all, she'd been instrumental in every step of the process. Karen couldn't argue, the contract was signed, and the client was happy. I'd outmaneuvered her without breaking a sweat. The client sent a follow-up email, praising Emma's professionalism. They didn't mention Karen once. I forwarded the email to our CEO, subtly highlighting Emma's contribution. Karen's reputation took a quiet hit, while Emma and I gained respect. I learned a valuable lesson: loyalty and strategy trump ego. Emma got a well-deserved bonus, and I got my revenge. The office buzzed with whispers about the Gala fallout. Word spread quickly about how Emma had closed the deal. Colleagues started asking me how I'd pulled it off. I kept it vague, letting the mystery grow. Karen, meanwhile, doubled down on her charm offensive. She tried to spin the narrative, claiming she'd delegated the signing to Emma. No one bought it. The client's emails told a different story. I focused on my next project, determined to keep my work out of Karen's reach. Emma became my right-hand woman, handling more high-stakes tasks. The client requested her for future meetings, which infuriated Karen. I stayed professional, never gloating, but inside I was thrilled. The gala had been a wake-up call. I realized I didn't need to play Karen's game to win. Trust and teamwork were my new weapons. Karen's behavior didn't change, but her influence started to wane. She'd overplayed her hand, and people noticed. The CEO began questioning her contributions in meetings. Emma and I, meanwhile, were building a reputation for results. The client's project was a massive success, earning the firm millions. Emma's role in the signing became a quiet legend in the office. I made sure she got credit in every report. Karen tried to insert herself into our next client pitch, but I was ready. I kept her at arm's length, sharing only what was necessary. Emma and I had a system now, a silent partnership that outshone Karen's theatrics. The client loved our work and recommended us to others. My career was on an upward trajectory, and I owed it to Emma's loyalty. Months later, the client invited us to another gala. This time, I made sure Emma was by my side. Karen showed up, but her charm fell flat. The client greeted Emma warmly, barely acknowledging Karen. I watched as Karen's smile tightened, her confidence cracking. Emma and I mingled, sharing laughs with the client. They praised our teamwork, unaware of the drama behind it. I felt a quiet satisfaction, knowing we'd turned the tables. Karen left early, citing a prior commitment. The office gossip mill churned, and her reputation took another hit. I didn't need to say a word. The results spoke for themselves. Emma and I were now the ones to watch. The gala was no longer her stage. It was ours. Back at the office, Emma and I were assigned a new high-profile client. The CEO personally requested us, bypassing Karen entirely. It was a subtle but clear message. We were the future. Karen's attempts to undermine us became more desperate. She spread rumors, but they didn't stick. Our track record was too strong. Emma's confidence grew, and she started taking on bigger roles. I mentored her, knowing she'd outshine me one day. The client's success had ripple effects, opening doors to new opportunities. I was invited to speak at an industry conference, a first for me. Karen wasn't. I prepared my speech, focusing on teamwork and trust. The audience loved it, and our firm's reputation soared. Looking back, the gala was a turning point. I'd been naive, thinking hard work alone would protect my efforts. Karen's betrayal taught me to be strategic, not just diligent. Emma's role in the contract signing was a masterstroke. She'd proven herself as more than a secretary, she was a partner. Our success wasn't just about outsmarting Karen, it was about building something better. The client's trust in us grew, and so did our influence. Karen's star was fading, and she knew it. I didn't gloat. I didn't need to. The results were clear. Emma and I were a team, and no gala could break that. The corporate world was tough, but we were tougher. And we were just getting started. The new client project was even bigger than the last, with higher stakes and tighter deadlines. I dove in, knowing Karen was watching for any misstep. Emma and I worked late, perfecting every detail of our pitch. The client, a global retailer, was notoriously picky. We studied their brand, their competitors, and their pain points. Emma suggested a bold strategy that I hadn't considered. It was risky, but I trusted her instincts. We presented it to the client, and they were floored. They signed on the spot, praising our creativity. Karen tried to join the project late, but the client requested only Emma and me. I kept her at bay with polite updates, nothing more. Our teamwork was seamless, and the project was off to a strong start. Karen's frustration was palpable. She started micromanaging other teams, but her influence was slipping. Colleagues whispered about her gala stunt, and trust in her eroded. Emma and I focused on delivering results, not drama. The retailer project gained traction, earning praise from the CEO. Emma's bold strategy was paying off, and I made sure she got the credit. We were invited to present our progress at a board meeting. Karen wasn't. I could see her fuming from across the room. I stayed professional, but inside I was grinning. Emma's confidence was infectious, and we were unstoppable. The client sent us a thank you note, calling us their dream team. It was a moment of pure triumph. The board meeting was a turning point. The CEO praised our work in front of the entire leadership team. Emma spoke up, outlining our strategy with clarity and poise. I watched Karen's face twist as the room applauded. She tried to interject, but the CEO cut her off. It was clear who the firm valued now. After the meeting, colleagues congratulated us, some hinting at Karen's decline. I didn't engage in the gossip. I didn't need to. Our success was louder than any rumor. Emma and I celebrated quietly with coffee, planning our next move. The retailer project was on track to be our biggest win yet. Karen's shadow was fading, and we were stepping into the spotlight. As the project progressed, the client invited us to their headquarters. It was a rare honor, and Emma and I prepared meticulously. We toured their facilities, met their executives, and deepened our partnership. They treated us like partners, not vendors. Emma's insights during the visit were invaluable. She noticed details I'd missed, strengthening our proposal. The client was impressed, and we secured an expanded contract. Karen tried to claim credit in an email to the CEO, but I forwarded the client's feedback, which mentioned only Emma and me. The CEO responded, praising our initiative. Karen's email went unanswered. Our reputation was ironclad now, built on results, not charm. Back at the office, Emma was offered a promotion. She'd earned it, and I was thrilled. She accepted, becoming a junior manager with her own team. I was proud but bittersweet. I'd miss her as my secretary. We threw a small celebration in the office, and even the CEO stopped by. Karen wasn't invited. Emma's new role meant she'd work on bigger projects, but we vowed to stay a team. I started mentoring her replacement, a sharp young assistant named Liam. He was eager but green, so I leaned on Emma's advice. The retailer project wrapped up successfully, earning us industry recognition. Karen's name was barely mentioned anymore. Our success was rewriting the narrative. The industry recognition led to more opportunities. Emma and I were invited to lead a panel at a major conference. We prepared a talk on collaboration and trust, drawing from our experience. The audience loved it, and we fielded questions from top executives. Karen attended but stayed silent, her presence barely noticed. Emma shone, her confidence captivating the room. I realized she was outgrowing me, and I was proud. Back at the firm, our success attracted new clients. The CEO tasked us with leading a high-stakes merger project. Karen wasn't even considered. Emma and I were now the go-to team for big deals. The gala felt like a distant memory, overshadowed by our achievements. The merger project was our toughest yet. It involved two major corporations with conflicting priorities. Emma and I worked around the clock, aligning their goals. We brought in Liam, who was proving to be a quick learner. The clients trusted us, thanks to our track record. Karen tried to insert herself, offering guidance no one asked for. I politely declined, citing our tight timeline. The clients appreciated our focus and transparency. We closed the merger ahead of schedule, earning bonuses for the firm. The CEO called us into his office, praising our leadership. Karen's name didn't come up. Emma and I were now the firm's rising stars, and Liam was catching up fast. As our influence grew, Karen's desperation became obvious. She started pitching clients behind our backs, but they weren't interested. Our reputation was too strong. Emma's new team was thriving, and she mentored them with the same loyalty she'd shown me. I focused on scaling our success, training Liam to handle bigger tasks. The CEO hinted at a promotion for me, possibly to Karen's level. I didn't let it go to my head. I'd learned from her mistakes. Emma and I met weekly to strategize, keeping our partnership strong. The firm was buzzing with our achievements, and clients requested us by name. Karen's Gala stunt was now a cautionary tale in the office. The CEO announced a restructuring, and Emma and I were given leadership roles. Karen was reassigned to a smaller division, a clear demotion. She tried to spin it as a strategic move, but no one was fooled. Emma's team expanded, and she handled it with grace. I took on a new portfolio, with Liam as my right-hand man. We were a well-oiled machine, delivering results consistently. Clients praised our teamwork, and the firm's profits soared. Karen's influence was a shadow of what it had been. Emma and I didn't gloat. We didn't need to. Our work spoke for itself. The Gala was a distant memory, replaced by a legacy of trust and success. Reflecting on it all, I realized how much I'd grown. The Gala betrayal had been painful, but it taught me resilience. Emma's loyalty and brilliance were the real game changers. Together, we'd turned a setback into a triumph. Karen's mistake was underestimating us, thinking charm could outshine substance. We proved her wrong, not with drama but with results. Liam was now stepping up, ready to carry the torch. The firm was stronger than ever, thanks to our teamwork. I looked forward to new challenges, knowing Emma and I could handle anything. The corporate world was tough, but we were tougher. And we were just getting started. The next year brought even bigger opportunities. Emma and I were tasked with leading an international expansion. The project was daunting, spanning multiple countries and cultures. We dove in, leveraging our experience and trust in each other. Liam stepped up, handling logistics with precision. The clients were impressed by our seamless coordination. We traveled to key markets, meeting stakeholders and building relationships. Emma's knack for details shone, and my strategic vision kept us on track. The expansion was a success, earning the firm global recognition. Karen's name was barely a footnote now. Our team was the face of the firm's future. The Gala betrayal felt like ancient history. The international success led to a flood of new clients. Emma and I were stretched thin but thriving. We hired more staff, building a team that shared our values. Liam took on a leadership role, proving his worth. The firm's culture was shifting, prioritizing results over politics. Karen tried to regain her footing, but her efforts fell flat. Clients wanted us, not her. The CEO publicly praised our team, citing us as a model for others. Emma and I were invited to mentor new hires, passing on our lessons. The Gala incident was now a case study in what not to do. Our reputation was untouchable, built on trust and hard work. Emma's team grew into a powerhouse, taking on projects I couldn't have imagined. She was a natural leader, inspiring loyalty in her staff. I focused on strategic partnerships, securing deals that elevated the firm. Liam was now handling clients independently, with my guidance. The CEO offered me a seat on the leadership board, a rare honor. I accepted, knowing it was a chance to shape the firm's future. Emma was next in line for a similar role. Karen's demotion was permanent. She was no longer a threat. Our success had redefined the firm's priorities. The Gala was a distant echo, drowned out by our achievements. At a company retreat, Emma and I were asked to give a keynote speech. We shared our journey, from the Gala betrayal to our rise. The audience was riveted, and even the CEO took notes. We emphasized teamwork, trust, and resilience. Karen was there, sitting in the back, her face unreadable. Afterward, colleagues thanked us for our honesty. The speech went viral within the firm, inspiring a new generation of employees. Emma and I were now mentors, not just colleagues. Liam led a workshop, showcasing his growth. The firm was thriving, and we were at its heart. The gala was a lesson we'd turned into a legacy. The firm's success attracted industry attention. Competitors tried to poach Emma and me, but we stayed loyal. We'd built something special, and we weren't leaving. Liam was now a rising star, handling his own clients. The CEO announced a new innovation hub, with Emma and me at the helm. It was our chance to shape the industry. Karen left the firm quietly, her departure barely noticed. Our team was stronger than ever, driven by shared goals. Clients trusted us, and the firm's profits soared. The gala was a fading memory, replaced by a culture of collaboration. We were building a legacy that would outlast any drama. The Innovation Hub became our passion project. Emma and I designed it to foster creativity and teamwork. We recruited top talent, including Liam, who led a key division. The hub launched with fanfare, earning media coverage. Clients flocked to us, drawn by our reputation. Emma's leadership was inspiring, and I learned from her daily. The firm was now a leader in the industry, thanks to our vision. Karen's name was forgotten, her gala stunt irrelevant. We were focused on the future, not the past. The hub's success was a testament to our journey. From betrayal to triumph, we'd come full circle. The corporate world was ours to shape. Years later, Emma and I reflected on our journey over coffee. The gala felt like a lifetime ago, a spark that ignited our rise. We'd turned a betrayal into a blueprint for success. Liam was now a partner, carrying our legacy forward. The firm was a powerhouse, and we were its architects. Clients trusted us, and competitors envied us. The Innovation Hub was thriving, setting industry standards. Emma and I were still a team, stronger than ever. Karen's name was a footnote, her lesson a warning. We'd built something bigger than ourselves. The gala was just a story now, one we'd outgrown. The industry recognized our contributions with awards. Emma and I accepted them together, sharing the spotlight. Liam was honored as an emerging leader, a nod to our mentorship. The firm's culture was now a model for others. We'd replaced politics with purpose, ego with effort. Clients sought us out, knowing we delivered. The Innovation Hub was expanding, with global impact. Karen's departure was a distant memory, irrelevant to our success. Emma and I were planning our next big project. The gala betrayal was a catalyst, not a curse. We'd turned it into a triumph that defined our careers. As we looked to the future, Emma and I set new goals. We wanted to mentor the next generation, like Liam. The firm was thriving, but we weren't done. The Innovation Hub was just the start. We had global ambitions. Clients trusted us, and our team was unstoppable. Liam was now mentoring others, passing on our values. The gala was a story we told new hires, a lesson in resilience. Karen's mistake had been our opportunity. We'd built a legacy of trust and teamwork. The corporate world was challenging, but we were ready. Our journey was far from over, and we were excited for what lay ahead. Looking back, the gala was the spark that changed everything. Karen's betrayal could have broken me, but it didn't. Emma's loyalty and brilliance turned it into a triumph. Together, we rewrote the rules, proving that teamwork beats ego every time. Liam carried our torch, and the firm thrived. The Innovation Hub was our legacy, a testament to our vision. Karen's name was forgotten, her lesson a warning. I was proud of what we'd built, and prouder of who we'd become. The corporate world was tough, but we were tougher. And we were just getting started. Thank you for listening to my story. Now go out and write your own. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories of corporate triumphs and lessons learned.